Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Thamriyell. Welcome to our Prot Paladin commentary where I just recorded a little bit of Strand the Ancients I was running earlier with my buddy. I used the better footage to us attacking as like for the guy, but I decided to just use this portion of us defending as, I don't know, to kind of just sit down and talk to you guys. Have a little sit down, have a little chat, have a little chatteroo. Okay. My experience will actually first, before I talk about Prot Paladin, my experience with Prot Paladin, let me go ahead and let Red Paladins know and Paladin in general know that, hey, we're getting 20% buff. Let's see, we're getting 20% buff on Crusader Strike, Judgment, Hammer of Wrath. Red Paladins is getting 20% extra damage buff to Templar's Verdict, Exorcism, and Divine Storm, and the level 100 talent, Final Wrath, is also getting a 20% buff, which, I mean, yeah, sure, right now it sounds exciting, like, yeah, but we can't even use Final Wrath, but whatever, we're just gonna roll with it, it's whatever, not a big deal. The way I see it is that all these changes that are happening for, let's say, like, if it gets applied to live servers, it's obviously gonna be applied for the level 100 preparation, not for, like, oh, they decided to buff all level 90s and because to try and make level 90 stuff a little more balanced. Not really. The thing with balancing right now is everything is currently balanced to level 100, so nothing is ever well balanced. Like, let's say you probably experienced it if you've been playing a little bit of PvP. Let's say you go up against a feral. I don't know, where you start seeing your health go down, and then you just die after like 2 bites of like the 2 ferocious bites that they do, the main ability that they got now. Yeah, that's because everything is balanced to level 100. The reason ferals will be hitting a lot, and the reason, like, let's say arcane mages can hit a lot and explode people for a lot, or rogues can come out of nowhere stealth and just stab and you're dead. The reason that is happening is because things are not balanced to level 100, and yes, it's gonna be understandable. Not everything's gonna be balanced to level 90 right now, as it is, because it's a new patch. It's a brand new patch. It's a brand new, I guess, experience, and obviously it's not gonna match the same one that we had for a long time. So me personally, I had no problem like getting transited into the new patch because I've been on the beta. I already know what the beta is gonna look like. I'm actually very happy about it. I already seen what live servers look like. I've seen people just explode other people as ferals, or as especially arcane mages. Just those arcane mage blasts, just like insane. I've completely forgot what they're called, but they just do a ton of damage. It's ridiculous. Anyway, me as a Prot Paladin, I'm actually pretty excited about going up against those odds, or if you know, maybe facing off a feral, rogue, or arcane mage, is because the actual Prot Paladin, I'm one of those classes that can actually withstand that amount of burst if you're smart about it. If you're not smart about it, you're probably just gonna get blown up on. But I've been actually getting pretty creative with some of the ways I can protect myself. Like, let's say Guardian is one of the greatest defensive abilities that Prot Paladins can have, and I utilize it to my full advantage, and I love it. I love using that ability because, let's say a feral attacks me out of nowhere. As soon as the stun is over, I can pop Guardian and work on healing myself while also wearing the feral down. And Prot Paladins are not a force to be really, like, to laugh at anymore. That's the great part about it. We can actually do some sort of an impact, and we don't take a lot of damage anyway. So let's say you're going up against a bursty class or somebody who benefits from that burst, like a rogue or feral druid. Why do I keep bringing them up? Because that's kind of what they are. They're kind of bursty classes right now at the moment, and I think they're gonna be the more bursty classes of Warlords of Draenor, if anything. But yeah, I really like going up against those kind of odds because I kind of like the challenge. You know, you kind of just go against the most overpowered flavor of the month class, and you try to survive against it, and then you win. Well, the reason why Prot Paladins would actually win any kind of battleground, or maybe any kind of like 2v2 situation or duel situation, is because Prot Paladins have the ability to take less damage and recover better. And that is the advantage of Prot Paladin. You can say it's the offensive way to play Prot Paladin. Our best offense is the greatest defense that we can offer, and it is pretty great. I personally love the fact that we can actually take a lot more damage, and the fact that we have a bigger damage threshold, if anything, and the fact that we can actually live for longer to keep fighting more is pretty great. Let's say I'm going up against a rogue, and then a rogue comes out of nowhere, stab, and he's like trying to stab me, and then I pop my defensives, and then his damage overall gets reduced because I pop on my defensives. But at the same time, his damage threshold is not high at all, so he's probably gonna start dying somewhere pretty close to when I get him to half health. He's gonna have to like pop some kind of defensive or banish or do something in order to protect himself from the damage. Although it's not a big amount of damage, it is significant damage that, if not stopped, can actually wear somebody down. Prot Paladin is a kind of, I guess you can kind of call him a cheese grater. The more you rub against them, the more you hurt yourself. Unless you're very smart and actually stun that cheese grater. So in a way, I guess we're like cheese graters. The more you fight us, the more we can actually like wear you down eventually. I'm not sure if that's the best way to put Prot Paladin as. I mean, I wouldn't even describe Prot Paladin as a cheese grater. I don't think of myself as a cheese grater. I think of myself as a pretty significant class, if anything, and I'm glad that we are actually doing pretty well in right now at level 90 Warlords of Draenor, and especially we're gonna be doing pretty well at level 100 Warlords of Draenor. I'm very stoked about it. I'm very excited about it because we can actually do significant damage, which is something I was hoping Blizzard would add very soon. But I mean, I guess it took them a while to actually get around to adding tanks, and I'm personally really happy that they're adding tanks. Actually, them adding tanks into PvP and making tanks pretty viable makes me want to level every type of tank out there. It makes me want to level a Blood DK, a Prod Warrior, a Brewmaster, and a Bear, just to see which tank would be fun to play, and just to play them just for fun, and just, you know, have that experience of playing as a tank. I started as a tank. My first days of playing World of Warcraft was as a tank, and that's kind of where my origin derived from. I was used to tanking the entire time, and I like tanking dungeons, I like taking raids. The first time I actually got in any kind of raid, I was still playing Prod at that point, and I was just, you know, doing damage, still level 80. Somebody ran me through some of the level 80 raid just for like, I don't know, decent gear. Transmog wasn't available at the time, and I didn't know what was going on. I was just like, yeah, I'm having fun, I'm having a pretty good time. I don't know what's happening, but I'm running a raid, that's cool. Oh, there's Lich King, let's go kill Lich King. Yeah, I killed Lich King, yay. I kind of had a very slow start on World of Warcraft, but when I actually did get into some serious raiding and actually got to tank Dragon Soul, I've been taking it ever since. I've been off tanking and main tanking. I've done pretty much every kind of tanking out there for Dragon Soul, and I loved it. I only regret not attempting doing heroic Dragon Soul. We did some heroic Dragon Soul at the time, but I wish we could do more. I don't know, at a certain point when you get pretty good at the raid and you don't really have any trouble, you kind of want to push yourself a little further and see how hard of content can you actually achieve and how you can better yourself, if anything. I'd be totally down for that, and I really wanted to get into some kind of like major hardcore raid experience, and I didn't really get to do a lot in Mists of Pandaria. I got to do in the beginning of Pandaria, but not towards like Siege of Orgrimmar or really any Throne of Thunder stuff. I don't know, I guess I didn't really have any opportunity, or maybe I just lost interest. I kind of decided to get a little bit more into PvP and you know, give Red Pally a try and give this a try, that a try. I don't know, at that point I didn't really know fully what I wanted to do, and then I wanted to kind of push Red Pally and kind of was a little upset about Red Paladin not really being, you know, as viable as some of the other classes. Like at the time, rather than playing a Red Pally, why would you want to play a Red Pally where you could just simply get on a warrior or a rogue or a hunter or somebody who's more viable and better equipped for this kind of stuff, and just, you know, two-shot people? That sounds pretty good to me, but I'm glad that all the changes are happening to Warlords of Draenor to make Holy spec a little bit better, make Prot spec very viable in PvP, and make Red Paladin even better in PvP, especially with like the 20% buff. I'm actually very excited about it. I don't think it's gonna be overpowered because it's all being balanced out for level 100. So in like at the end, it will be very necessary. So like right now, yeah, sure, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you buff Red Pally? They're doing way too much damage. But it's like at level, when we all hit level 100, we're all gonna do a little less damage. We're gonna be able to heal a little less, and yeah, at that point, things are gonna be a little bit more balanced, a little more even. We're gonna smooth out. Well, Blizzard is gonna smooth out the edges. We're just gonna be playing our characters, and it's gonna be a whole new experience because we'll get level 100 talents. We'll actually be able to get multi-strike and versatility and other little stats here and there, like bonus armor, leech, extra movement speed, that kind of stuff, and I'm actually very excited about it. I'm very stoked for Warlord's Draenor to fully come out, so we can play our level 100s and get into PvP and get into competitive arenas, skirmishes. I would be totally down to try for some competitive 3s as a Prot Paladin. Like, I'll be totally down for that. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the Prot Paladin commentary. My name is Thamriyell. Like, subscribe, and as always, have a great day.